could be interesting. Hey guys, what's going on? It's YoAnty, back with another sneaker rundown. Got an awesome show for you guys tonight. First up, in New Hampshire, Eddie Wynn.
Thank you for having me on here once again. I switched up my intro on my last video. Hope you enjoyed that.
All right, what's going on, people? Back with another video, but you threw in the Eddie Wynn, which I like. I like the self-introduction. Let people know who you are, you know?
Yeah, still the worst intro in the game, but...
Mine's not much better, don't worry. And in Indianapolis, we got Jason Donnar.
What's good, YouTube? That's the standard every video, because I always get so much for that.
I like it. That's a good one. All right, I want to start things right off. Guys, LeBron, the Decision 2.0, that's what I'm officially calling it. It's the Decision 2.0 because it's all anyone's talking about all day, all night. Sources everywhere. Is he going to Miami? Is he going to Cleveland? 4 years ago we went through the same thing, and now here we are 4 years later, which is weird. It seems like it was just yesterday. So LeBron, I'm going to go to Mr. LeBron himself. Jason, give me your thoughts.
If I had to put a bet, I would be a betting man and say he's staying. Again, I'm really tired of the whole. I don't care. I think it's cool that people are talking about it because most of the time people are either loving LeBron or hating on him. But I'm just tired of the whole. This source said that. This source said this. I look at it as like an ex-girlfriend type of situation. You know, he leaves, breaks up with her, burns all his jerseys, makes signs when they see him, say they don't want him back. So I couldn't see going back to a girlfriend like that, so I don't see how LeBron could go back to people who treated him like that. I know it's his hometown and everything, but he established himself in Miami and got 2 rings in 4 years and 0 and 7 at Cleveland, and I don't think he's going to want to take that PR hit again and make a Decision 2.0.
Eddie?
Man, I don't even care. I hope he retires and drops a rap album, or goes and plays baseball. And I'm only saying baseball because if he played football, he'd be like a diva wide receiver, and then in like 15 years he can drop like a retro LeBron 9 Portland Sea Dogs or something like that. Or actually, I hope he comes and plays for the Fisher Cats. And then I'll go to his game, and when he goes 0-5 at the plate, I'll leave him hanging when he tries to dap me up in the hallway out to the locker room.
Yeah,
no,
see,
I really don't care.
See, I love it. I love it because it's sports drama. Right now, there's no football, no basketball, no hockey, just baseball, and there's nothing else going on. So my life is boring enough. I need something. So I love all the chitter chatter. You got Chris Broussard on ESPN being like, "Oh, I think he's going to Cleveland," based on 0 sources. It's just how I feel. I'm like, what? Like, you just feel that way? Great. Well, I feel like he's going to the Celtics. Can you just throw that around now? Like, everyone's just throwing shit at a wall, hoping it sticks. No one really knows what's going to happen. What if he goes back to Cleveland? I think the only bad thing, I want him to go back to Cleveland just because that's where I really fell in love with him as a player. We watched him for so many years, and I really loved him on the Cavs. And because I still love that, like, oh, they're this shitty old team, and everyone feels bad for him. However, if he does go back, it's like he never won a championship ever. Those 2 Miami, technically to me, don't even count because guess what? If he never wins one in Cleveland, he'll be known as never winning one in Cleveland and just getting those 2 freebies in Miami. So I think he's digging himself in a hole if he goes back to Cleveland, even though that's where I want to see him. So.
Drama.
All right, next up, I don't know if you guys saw it, but if the audience saw it, Yeezy homeless experiment video. Guy pretends he's homeless, he's in a sleeping bag, puts a pair of Yeezys next to a sleeping bag, and then waits for people to come by to see what they'll do with the Yeezys. A bunch of people grabbed them and ran. Jason, your thoughts on the Yeezy homeless guy experiment video?
Well, I thought it was funny just in the sense I was already subscribed to him on YouTube because I always watch really random videos, and so I saw it pop up, and when I clicked on it, I thought it was going to be like, I didn't even think he was honestly going to let them touch the shoes at all. I thought he was just going to see how close they would actually get. But to watch people actually like pace around and decide if there's anybody looking around to grab them or not. I mean, I thought it was a perfect YouTube video, and it's obviously done really well.
Eddie.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was super funny too. I just caught it recently, but definitely.
How recent? Oh no, never mind.
Yesterday afternoon or so.
Yeah.
Or 10 minutes ago. But honestly, if I was driving by, that would make my day. I'd be like, oh my God, they see that homeless guy with the Yeezys. But like knowing what we know, how many fakes there are out there, if I was in that same situation, I'd be like, oh my God, those have to be fake. Like somebody gave that homeless guy fake shoes or something, But it was funny to see people bolt with them.
Yeah, my takeaway from it is those are the most indecisive criminals I've ever seen. Like, I've never seen someone circle. Like, there's one guy came back like 9 times. He's like, should I take him? Should I not? And you have these, they're like, so yeah. They're like, what do I do? It's like, if that's me in the situation and I'm going to steal Yeezys, like, I'm grabbing them and I'm gone. And what's funny, even if they chase me, I'm not slowing down. It's either you take them and you go, but like, all of them got caught. There's awful criminals. Like, go! You know what I mean? Like so indecisive. They're like, oh, and then there's like all like bashful after, like, oh man, shucks, I got caught. It was like just terrible. People have to step up their criminal, game because they all just kind of gave up, and it was like, if you're gonna take something, take it and go. Oh man! Right. But I thought it was a cool video, creative to see, what's gonna happen. Moving right along, let's get into some sneakers that are upcoming. We've got the OG Gel Lyte 5s in 2 different colorways dropping this weekend at Kith, exclusively to Kith. So I'm just curious what your thoughts are on OG Gel Lyte 5s dropping exclusively to Ronnie Fogg's Kith store. Eddie?
I think it's cool. I'm not a gigantic Asics fan where I get every single release. I've got a few. I've got a couple of the Ronnie Fogg ones and like a couple GRs, but that's about it. So I honestly didn't even know that those were OG colorways. I like the 5. I don't think I'm going to go for them. They look really clean, but I mean, if you're a diehard Asics fan, like a solid enthusiast of the brand, then I think it's cool that you have an opportunity to grab them again. And what's the price point? Like $150 or is it?
No, I think it's $120.
120?
Around 100 to 120. So they didn't jack them up.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, if they're gonna be like a normal Ronnie Fogg release price, then that'd be pretty crazy. But 120 seems somewhat reasonable. So I think it's cool that they're releasing.
Yeah, Jason.
Personally, that colorway I don't really care for, but like as far as them releasing the shoe, I think it's you might as well go off of what's going right now. I mean, is anybody wants anything that has to do with Ronnie, so if he's got a chance to take advantage of something like that and put out hype, because if it would have just came out and he wouldn't have advertised it and it'd probably just be sitting, but right. Being that it's going to be a Saturday release, he's been putting out, like, I think tonight he actually put out another picture on Instagram, but it's smart, it's good advertising and marketing by him, so kudos to him.
Yeah, and like you said, Eddie, like, unless you're a diehard Asics fans, you did not know those were OG colorways. Now you're like, oh shit, they're OG, so and Fogg's dropping them, I got a cop.
No, I knew.
Yeah, I knew those are OG. What? Those are 92. I gotta grab those. I had those back in the day, dude. I know I did. But I think it does show the power Fogg has right now. Like I said, he could take a dump on a shoe and drop it, and people would go bananas. Like, which is cool. Like, I'm not knocking that at all. I think it's awesome. Like, I wish I had that type of power to be like, I'm gonna drop this, I'm gonna drop that. Like, he should definitely keep killing it, and I think that's awesome. So, and then next up, another shoe that's upcoming is the RG3 Adidas Boost. I'm curious. I just want to know what you guys think about that shoe there, and then more specifically about NFL training shoes. Like, Calvin Johnson has his own shoe, the Zoom Revis, and things like that. Are you into that? And what do you think about the RG3 Adidas Boost? Go to you, Jason.
I'm not really big. Well, we'll start with this first. The first time I saw this, it automatically just reminded me, because when I saw you put this picture up, first thing I thought was LeBron Low Sprites because of the colorway, obviously.
Right.
the model itself doesn't really do anything for me, and I'm not a football player, so I'm not really. I mean, I obviously get people wear like the trainers and stuff outside, but this particular model doesn't really do anything for me. I like what Ken Link does, so obviously the Revis was a really cool shoe. I had just the basic GR, the black red ones. I don't even think I ever made a video on them because I used to just wear them all the time. But any other ones, I mean, they look decent, but it's not something that I would ever get on my own.
Yeah, Eddie?
I think they look great. I'm slacking on Adidas right now. I want to pick up a pair of these, some ZX Flux, and the SL Loop, and I haven't picked up any of those yet. But as far as this model goes, I think it's really cool. I haven't seen it in person, but it seems a little sleeker than most trainers are, and I always dig the strap. But I definitely want to grab a pair. The camouflage colorway looks really cool. That looks like something that you could wear casually or to the gym. But the fact that they've been rolling out the Boost technology is awesome. I've only heard good things about it. So hopefully I can grab a pair of those at some point.
Yeah, I'm with you. The Boost, like I have the Energy Boost. The foam is awesome, super responsive, and it's cool how it looks like just like in the back heel part. And then, like you said, the strap. I think the shoe itself looks really nice and has a lot of potential to be worn like casually and maybe even to the gym. The only thing is I'm not a huge RG3 guy. The shoe itself is nice, but RG3, he hasn't done anything for me on the field where I'm like, oh, he's a boss. You know, like he's definitely athletic. He's got great talent, but I want to see more out of him personally before I like really start supporting his shoe, if that makes any sense. You know,
yeah,
like LeBron, I love LeBron, great player. I've got no problem buying his shoe or a Kobe or KD. They're proven. Whereas RG3, I mean, I still feel like he's one injury away from, you know, ending his career. So shoe itself, great. You know, NFL type shoes. I'm always on the fence about it. It all kind of depends on the player and the overall design.
Yeah, but if he has a nice like breakout year this year, like he has a great year, you know, it's cool to have a shoe on the shelf, you know, so that you can just go pick it up if you're a G3 supporter, you know.
That's true.
Yeah, and he's got a huge fan base, so I actually think that shoe will do really well. Not to mention, like you mentioned, some of those Adidas models. Adidas is really killing it this year, which is awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, getting to our last topic, which is always the wacky topic of the show. We've got Prince Fielder on the cover of ESPN The Body Issue, which always drops every year, and there's always that one awkward person in it where you're like, Jesus, that's what they look like. And here you go. Here's Prince Fielder. Eddie, what do you think about Prince Fielder? Huh? Just sporting, letting everything hang out on the cover.
Oh, good for him. If you weigh less than him at this point in your life, you are happy. You're feeling good about yourself. There's a little strut in your step, you know. Somebody bigger than you is on the cover of ESPN, just flaunting it, you know. So in that sense, I think it's good. You know, people that need a little bit of a boost, the other kind, not the Adidas. But I don't really want to look at it, to be honest.
Yeah, right. Jason?
Yeah, I mean it's a little disturbing, especially just I don't know. Like Drew gets ESPN, so I saw the cover already, and it's just I'm okay with some of the athletes. Like I think last year I'm trying to think what they had a couple female ones because I know they had different region ones, but I tried to skip through as quick as I could on these, and I took one glance at this, and that's all I needed to see. So yeah, that's it. I'm not feeling it.
The first thing that came to mind was like it's a good example of why baseball is awesome, because you can be fat as F and be like, I'm still unbelievable. Like, that's true. Know he's just crushing cheeseburgers, milkshakes. Like, he does not care. He'll let his gut hang out and just be like, I'm fat and I'm awesome at baseball. That's why some people baseball gets a bad rap sometimes while it's boring, whatever. It's like, yeah, but you can be really fat and unbelievable. You know, you can't be that fat in basketball unless you're just like the tractor trailer, huge center, but you still have to be conditioned. Where baseball, like, dudes used to smoke cigarettes in the dugout in baseball. Like, that's why it's a badass sport. People still dip. Could you ever dip in the NBA? No. But in baseball, like, oh yeah, go dip and, you know, do whatever guys in the Red Sox started a couple years ago, they were drinking Bud Lights in the dugout. Like, that's why baseball is awesome, because you can be fat as you want, drink Bud Lights, and like smoke cigarettes in the dugout. It's just like, a good combination. So I think it was a great way for fat people, just because it's like he's a good role model for fat people. You can be, if you're a kid growing up and you're fat, like, hey, he did it. Why can't you? Just start crushing homers.
Yeah.
That's the best way to look at it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So any fat kids out there, do not get discouraged. Look at Prince Fielder. Try to get arms as big as him and potentially a gut, and you'll be good to go. Guys,
still,
yeah. What?
I said, but still work out.
Yeah, you should still attempt to work out. Although I would love to see what he does for workouts. I mean that gut, that thing is hanging. All right, hey, that's the show. Eddie, gracias.
Yep. Good time.
Jason, gracias. Hopefully we'll have some LeBron news in the next few days or something.
Other than Chris Broussard.
Chris Broussard, like, in his basement being like, yep, he's going to the Cavs based on no source at all.
Zero.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. See you Thursday. Peace.